Alright, so now I've got this in place. I can steer. Everything's together. So now all I need to do is throw the tires back on, and then I can do a spin up. So what's going to happen next? I've got a fully charged battery over there, and I've got a nice power meter. So I am going to go ahead and throw that battery in, and I'm going to do a little break-in. I'm going to do that with a different battery pack, and just just run it up a little bit, just to make sure that the bearings are moving nice and smoothly, and that there's no strangeness going on. And you know what? Because you guys are nice, I'll go ahead and I'll do that with you online. So just give me a few minutes here. Let me go ahead and secure these bolts back in place, and then we can go ahead and make some violence. Okay, so for this test, so for the break-in, I'm going to start off with my Venom 20C pack. So this is the smallest of my 3S LiPo packs. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this guy in. I'm using the stock Traxxas battery expander, and I like to use a little piece of foam underneath the battery pack to make a nice firm, secure fit. Let's go ahead and pull this guy through. And I'm also using a little extension cable. No, it's actually a parallel connector, but I'm going to use that as an extension just so I can get the meter so that everybody can read it. Actually, in this configuration, I might not need it. Okay, so never mind that. There we go. All right. So, okay, let's just do one more quick check to make sure that nothing is going to explode. So we can see the battery right here, or see the meter. Okay. So let's get to the right channel. This actually can do power readings on the servo channel and on the throttle channel. I'm not really sure why you would want to do readings on the servo channel. Well, actually I do. This thing's actually made for like the electric flying guys who want to look at overall power draw. I'm more concerned about this channel. So you can see here I got 12 volts. So let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up. That was interesting. That sounds like one of the cooling fans isn't happy. but he's okay now. All right. So everything seems to be happy. So let's go ahead and give a little bit of throttle. Make sure nothing's bound up. Hey, it works. All right, so these are the first time that these bearings have been run, ever. So it's probably going to be a little bit bound up. So I need to break things in just a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it a little light throttle. Take it to just a like quarter throttle, hang out there for a few seconds, and then bring it back down. Okay. So, and actually I outsmarted myself. Let me go ahead and get this off again so I can actually read what the temps are of the gears. So see, I didn't really do a whole lot. I only drew 8 amps. All right, let's do this again. All right, so let's just check out the temperatures. 83 degrees on the spur gear, 86 degrees on the pinion, 74 degrees on the motor. It's like, what are you doing something? I can't tell. And 76 on the ESC. So basically we're not doing anything to it. It's like whatever. Okay, all right, so nothing seems to be bound up. Wheel action seems to be okay, at least as good as it was before. The rear differential fluid is a lot lighter than the front differential fluid. That's why this doesn't really freewheel. This one does a little bit. The motor action seems to be okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take it up to max RPM and hold it there for a little bit and then bring it back down. Actually, before I do that, I want to put in some ear protection. I like hearing. I don't like my hearing to stop. Okay, that was interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what the temperatures are of the gears here. Okay, I'm at 132 degrees for spur, 160 degrees for the pinion, 169. The motor's at 91. ESC's at 80. So again, motor and ESC, barely noticed anything was going on. Alright, so I pulled a maximum of 30 amps, so it doesn't really mean anything. What was really more important was the sustained amps, or I should say the sustained power. Yeah, that feels better. Okay. Alright, let me go ahead and do another spin up. Okay. We move this back a little bit. Saw something very interesting. It had a little precession, a little wobble in one of the wheels. I think it's perfectly fine, but just in case, put on my eye protection. Okay. So not too bad. Okay, let me check the voltages again. Oh, I mean the temperatures. Okay, 159 for spur. 178 for the pinion. Okay. So all in all, not too bad. Okay. So observations. Now this is a different setup than I had before, meaning I got a different battery. So that battery handles current a little bit different. So I need to do my do it again with the same battery. But it's looking like I'm having about the same amount of power, or drawing about the same amount of power, you know, for both spin-ups. If anything, it looks like it might be slightly higher. So I kind of gotta wonder about that, because it could be that the process of taking everything apart and now putting it back together, you know, I essentially need to break the car in again. So I think it's too early to draw any conclusions. Well, I'm going to change the battery. I'm going to go ahead and do the run up again, this time with the same battery. And then I need to crunch the numbers and look at them side by side. You know, and then I can, you know, make a definitive assessment. Now, it's entirely possible that I'm going to come up with the same number. You know, in which case, what that will mean is that the mechanical losses because of the bearings are so low. Because stock bearings, they're not bad bearings. So it could be that it's so low that it's not really attributable, or it's not, I can't really see the differences. Or, like you say it another way, there could be enough other losses in the system where the bearings are just at least in my works. But, you know, we'll see. Hey guys, how's it going? So this is another trial. So this time I'm using the Venom 3S LiPo. And you see I've got it, you know, with my extra battery meter on board. So I've got two battery meters telling me the voltage. But, you know, this little guy is nice because it's going to give me the voltage per cell if I can get it in a position where it wants to cooperate with me. God. Okay. There we go. Alright. So I've got that guy giving me voltage per cell. Then I've got the Trinity meter telling me my overall statistics. So I'm going to do a spin up, and I'm going to take the cell down to essentially the storage voltage, about 3.8 volts per cell, and just kind of watch the data as it falls down. So you guys can see everything I see. So let's go ahead and give it a kick. 1 second. Yes. Better. Trying to get the center of gravity right over the middle of the thing. Alright, let's do this. Okay, well, I succeeded in my goal to get the battery down to 3.8 volts per cell, and this is interesting. So, alright. Very, very interesting data. Alright, so let me go ahead and swap out the batteries, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a clean run up. But, you know, this has been a very interesting process, and, you know, actually it was kind of fun. Tedious. Definitely tedious, but fun. So, thank you for your indulgence for watching me go through and do a long, arduous process, but I think that this is going to be that much stronger for it. I'm really looking forward to finishing up the rest of my modifications that I have coming along, so I can do some pretty good runs here once the weather is more forgiving. But thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. If you got any questions about these bearings or the process or just any of the random things, just feel free to drop me a line. As always, you know, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember the mantra, guys: fly, fix, fly. Break it, fix it, do it all over again. This is RHouse21 signing off. And next time, you'll see my full run up with the SMC pack, same configuration, and I'll have the numbers crunched, and I'll be able to tell you if these ceramic bearings have a measurable difference, or if they come up about the same. Alright, we'll see. Alright, guys. Peace.